Hey folks, this is Mary. Welcome back to my channel. So we are up to day 3 of 30 Inks 30 Days. I'm doing a month of all Noodler's inks, and the ink I have chosen for today is Lexington Gray. And I am zoomed in really close. Oh my goodness. Let's just back up a little bit there. All right, Lexington Gray. And this bottle has a very interesting label. It's some kind of battleship. I don't know much about battleships. Or no, I guess it's an aircraft carrier. Is there an aircraft carrier called the Lexington? I don't know. Anyway, it says on here, bulletproof on cellulose paper. So I know these inks. Where is that shadow coming from? Ooh, my goodness. So yes, it says bulletproof on cellulose paper. So I know these inks bond with the cellulose in paper, and that makes them waterproof, everything proof. But then it also says washes off plastic with tap water, which is pretty cool. So, you know, you get these permanent inks and you put them in a pen and you think, oh my goodness, how am I going to wash them out? Well, however they're formulated, they wash out. It's pretty cool. So I am going to do my little swatch on here. And I have to tell you guys, I was holding this bottle up to the light upside down. Don't ask me why I was doing that. But the bottom of the bottle is purple. And I was looking at my other Noodler's bottles, and the bottoms of those are different colors too. It's crazy. Wow, that Q-tip is really wet. So let me show you. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. We'll see if you can see it. Oh, and I have every light in the room aimed at my notebook. So hopefully the lighting will be a little better today. We'll see. Okay, so I'm turning the bottle over. Can we see that? No, you really can't see it. But if you have a bottle of this, turn it over under a light. And, well, where's my light? I can't get it close enough. Where's the bottle? No, you can't see it. But yeah, try it at home. And the bottom of this bottle is purple. Oh, and the other thing, I was blotting my pen on a tissue, and I got this turquoise ring on the tissue. So there's definitely some other unique colors in this gray ink. Now that was my Navajo turquoise from yesterday, and I thought at first that maybe the Navajo turquoise had gotten mixed in with the Lexington Gray, so I kept putting splotches of the Lexington Gray on the tissue, but every single one of them has a turquoise ring around it. That is crazy. I feel like the camera's not in focus. Can we see this? I hope we can see this. But it's very cool. Very interesting ink. Okay, so I'm writing the name. This is Lexington. And this table is shaking like crazy. I'm so sorry. Lexington Gray. Alrighty, and we will encourage this to dry. Still drying. And the paper looks very wet. Very wet. Okay, he's bleeding through, seeping through just a little bit right there. But, you know, it'll be fine. Gosh, is it coming through on my finger? No, my fingers are just really inky. So he's drying. You know, you think I would have gotten a blotter page over here by now, but I haven't. So we'll just put our little friendly index card right there, and we will turn the page. All right, well, now I'm a little bit nervous about doing my little swatches because I think it is just going to soak right through the paper. So we'll see. We'll see how we do. Is this thing in focus? Let me zoom in just a little bit. Maybe that'll help some. Okay. Can we see this? So I have a bottle of this, which I purchased after watching some of Chris Science's videos, and she just raved about this ink, how much she loved it. Now, this was a while ago. Of course, she has moved on to different gray inks. I think the Faber-Castell Stone Gray is her favorite right now. But I bought a bottle of this thinking that, you know, if Chris likes it, it has to be wonderful. Now, what is going on there? Come on now. Wow, that looks awful. So this is Lexington Gray. And I am happy to note that the people at Noodlers spell gray the way I like to spell gray, with an A. And also, I love writing Lexington in cursive because it has some of my favorite cursive letters in it. I love L's and X's in cursive. They're so much fun. All right, so this is my Twisby Go. I see that camera shaking. You better stop shaking up there. I'm trying to write very slowly and carefully so it doesn't shake much. And then what are we doing? Oh, yes. Our little practice sentence here. There's a typewriter channel that I love to watch. It's called Phoenix Typewriter. And the guy works on typewriters and fixes them up, you know, and then he types out this sentence on the typewriter. And every time he types it, he says it out loud. And he says, "The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog." And he says dog every time. It is hilarious. Oh my goodness, I'm such a nerd. I watch typewriter videos. I also watch fountain pen videos, so some people think that might be nerdy too, but I love it. It is okay. So let me see. I'm a little bit nervous about doing swabs, so I think I'm not going to re-dip my Q-tip. I think I'm just going to go with the ink that was on here from when I swabbed before. And hopefully it won't completely bleed through the paper. So I'll give it a moment to dry. And pass number 2. Ooh. It's kind of skipping over the paper a little bit. Drying, drying, drying. Sorry, I hope I'm not making anybody dizzy. And our 3rd pass. Okay, so let's take a little bit of a closer look. I'm trying to adjust my lights a little bit, but it's just not helping. Oh, well. Wow, that looks super dark. I swear, it's really bright in here. I have all the lights on. Let's see. Oop, sorry. That was the light. Gosh, it doesn't look any better, does it? Okay. Well, let's just bring this in a little bit closer. So, it does have some shading. Why does it look so dark? Maybe it doesn't look that dark. Maybe it's just the way I'm looking at it through the screen. Let's see. Okay, so we're looking at the shading. Can we see the shading? It does have some nice shading. But I don't know how I feel about this ink. So yes, I was telling you, I got this on the I shouldn't say the recommendation. I got it because Chris Sines said she liked it so much. And I enjoy many of the inks that she uses. But to me, a gray ink it's too light to be black. Of course, it's too light to be black. It's gray. But it's too light for my liking of dark ink. And it's too dark for my liking of lighter inks. Does that make any sense? I mean, I like black inks to be black, 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 super black. And I like other inks to do other things. I don't know. I can't explain why exactly. But this is a great shader. It's known to be a great shading ink, and so many of Noodler's inks are really good shaders. So if shading ink is your property, Noodler's might be the ink for you. But anyway, let's move on to my other notebooks. Oh, pardon me. This is my Midori MD notebook. And there is the Lexington Gray. I'm going to move another light here. Let's see. That actually looks a little bit better. What do we think? I don't know. Whew. But yes, it does have some nice shading. If we can see that. And then the hobonichi notebook with the Tomoe River paper. And here it is, again, some nice shading. I don't think, well, I was going to say it doesn't have quite as much shading as the other two, but yeah, I guess it does. Oh, that Navajo turquoise. It just gets me every time. So pretty. Okay, so let's move on to our, I should say to my favorite part of the show, where we do some comparisons. So I did this with the white background last time. Let's try it with the black background this time. Let's see how that does. Because I do have white cards. Oh dear. Oh, that's a terrible glare. Wow. Okay. That's really weird. The camera can see it on the white background, but it can't see it on the black background. Huh. Well, you learn something every day. Okay, so here is my swatch card for Lexington Gray. And where are my other gray inks? Let's see. Hold on. They're all mixed up. Okay. Here is Earl Grey, which is a gray ink, but it looks completely different from Lexington Gray. In fact, in this comparison right here, this one looks gray and this one looks purple. I mean, just purple. Now the writing looks closer to gray, but that's really weird. It just looks really purple. All right, here is Lamy Agate, which is a much lighter gray. And here is Kaveco Smoky Gray, also a much lighter gray. And let's see, who else do I have here? That is pretty much it for my gray inks. So I have a couple of bottles and a couple of samples, but I picked out some other inks that are gray related. They're gray adjacent. So let's take a look at those too. This is the Three Oysters I Color You Doldam, which is a soft blue gray. And what else do we have here? Here is Ink Studio 123, which is kind of grayish, but it has all those green and purple undertones. So it's really not close to any of those, but I just thought it'd be fun to pull him out. And then here is my gigantic gallon-sized bottle of Heart of Darkness. And I did have a sample of Noodler's Black. So I like those. These are dark inks, and I like dark ink. Before I discovered fountain pens, I was always looking for a pen that had the darkest black ink, which is why I liked gel pens, because gel pen ink is generally very saturated and very dark. So I like both of those. They do look very similar, but Noodler's Black is a bit more water resistant than Heart of Darkness. Now don't get me wrong, Heart of Darkness is very water resistant, but Noodler's Black is just a little bit more water resistant. And of course, Lexington Gray, nothing moves that ink. It is completely inert on paper. There's just no moving it. Now, I picked out some other blacks that I have. I don't know if you're interested in seeing those, but I will bring them out anyway. We'll take a look at them. There is Monteverde Midnight Black. Now, again, if we're looking, I'm just going to cover that up for a second. Midnight Black, Heart of Darkness, Noodler's Black. These guys are just solid black. This one, he looks dark gray, honestly. And Lexington Gray is a dark gray. So, you know, especially in the writing, I mean, the writing is practically as dark as the Midnight Black writing. So, I don't know. Here is Pelikan Edelstein Onyx. Again, he is looking dark gray. And Lexington Gray, every bit as dark. Now, there are some undertones here. It has a little bit of a blue cast to it. And then here is Lamy Crystal Obsidian. And this one has some interesting sheen going on. Oh, there it is. So it gives it a little bit of interest. But, and again, it has that kind of bluish undertone. Can we see these guys? They're both, they're really not black to me, and maybe they're not intended to be black, but they're like really dark gray, and then they have some different color variations in them, and of course the obsidian has that interesting sheen to it. So anyway, those are all the colors I had that was close to Lexington Gray. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I appreciate you joining me, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again tomorrow for day 4. Take care. Bye-bye.